Assalamu alaikum. So today again it's gonna be a long video, so you can go ahead and bring yourself a cup of tea. It is a very sensitive topic. I was really contemplating if I even want to record this video or not, but I'm hoping it would um help some people, inshallah. Uh, it's with regards to taking the decision of divorce or khula. Somebody just said to me today that it's amazing like how I am able to like take those decisions, and so many people can't, right? And let's first spend a minute to accept that it's a very hard decision. It's it it takes a lot. Okay, to say it doesn't is would be false, would be a lie. It takes a lot, regardless of how long the marriage is, regardless of whether children are involved or not. Yes, when children are involved, there are more um, things that need to be done in terms of separation and child custody and stuff like that. But regardless, it's a big decision, right? Today I was, by the way, about to lose this tasbih. And why am I saying this? I'll tell you in a minute. So I was about to lose this tasbih, and voila, for a minute I felt like my heart would stop beating. And this is just a thing. At the end of the day, it's just a thing. It's important to me, but it's just a thing, right? So now imagine when somebody has to let go of a relationship. And if it's a relationship wherein you were sincere, you invested your emotions, you dreamt, um, it's a big decision. It's a heavy decision. However, I think for me, the aspect that makes this decision a little bit clearer in how I see things is the purpose of life is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? And at the end of the day, we all belong to Allah, which is, by the way, another answer to when some sisters ask me, how can a sister be okay with polygamy? And my thing is two things. Number one, somebody who has worked on their self-worth. Number two, who knows at the end of the day, each person belongs to Allah. Each person is a gift. So it's like how much and what goes and doesn't go, it's all in Allah's hands. It's really not as complicated as we make it happen, right? But anyhow, so back to the topic of when we have to think about the relationship and we have to think about letting go of a relationship, right? We have to see if we are in any shape or form doing injustice to ourselves or the person involved, or if injustice is happening to us and we are letting it slide. Now, one sec. Now, I would never, just like I would be speaking Islam in this regard, Islamically, we shouldn't take divorce as first option. You must, when you realize there's a problem, go ahead, go through counseling together if you want to. Now, as a life coach and Science of Nafs coach myself, I strongly believe in independent coaching. So definitely, I highly recommend going through coaching yourself, because that helps you in terms of how you show up in the relationship. Because we all have our own issues, right? When we are trying to communicate in relationships, some of us become aggressive unnecessarily, some of us shut down. and that becomes a communication barrier. So definitely do work on yourself. And if after doing everything and consulting um somebody close and knowledgeable, with giving all the information and everything, and consulting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is doing istikhara, talking to your partner, if things are not working out, if you guys are not giving each other the rights that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided, then it's a time to really take things in a black and white way. That's how I see things, because the purpose of marriage is to bring you peace. Okay, the purpose of a life is to worship Allah. And every relationship, every dynamic has some difficulties, but at the end of the day, we need to know, are we a team together or are we against each other? So that's something that people need to work on. And I do definitely believe that in our Desi community, I can't speak for others, but for Desi communities, we tend to take relationships for granted. We really don't take into consideration that each relationship is like a plant that you have to take care of. Some plants need more sunlight, some need less sunlight, some need more water, some need less water, right? So accordingly, each relationship has their own needs. Marriage has way more needs because it's a consistent change that's happening. So you have to consistently work on it more than you have to work on your other relationships. Because when like I don't even think that these kind of discussions happen in our Desi households, wherein, okay, so now we are uh, about to have a baby, so how are things going to change? How will we give each other time as a couple? Where will you need me more emotionally? Okay, so okay, we decided XYZ, but 6 months down the road it's not working out. Are we able to sit down and be like, hey, listen, we decided this, but this is not working out for me. I'm going through postpartum depression. I need you a little bit extra XYZ, please. Or for example, even the transparency. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. The level of negligence when it comes to expressing to each other where all we want or need transparency. Each person is different. For me, I require complete transparency, right? And I strongly believe if I have to be a detective for my partner, I'm out, because I'm not about to have sleepless nights behind guessing what you're up to. I expect you to tell me what you're up to. And if I keep on bumping into difference between what you told me versus what actually happened, and it is a repetitive behavior, I'm going to sit you down. We are going to have one-on-one talk about it. And if we are not able to have it together, then we will have it with a coach. If we are not able to have it with a coach and you're determined to stick on your behavior, then I will have to think about if I want to live with that behavior. If it's a behavior which I can compromise on, do sabr, ignore, considering you have multiple other good behaviors and it's not affecting me in terms of giving you your rights and affecting you in terms of giving your rights, then maybe I'll stay. But if I find myself not giving you your rights or you not fulfilling my rights, then it's a serious sit down time, because yes, life goes on, but these are not the decisions wherein you should be confused, because I think that's one of the reasons when there is so much resentment and lack of trust and all those, then there's passive aggressive behavior. Then does the home really feel like home, right? So yeah, yeah, Allah subhanallah, like, please, please take your life seriously and take the rights Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided for each party seriously, and don't rush into any decision. But there are some decisions we may have to take in life because that's the way to go, and always do istikhara. May Allah make it easy for all of us. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.